Tēnā koutou katoa, Labour's vowing to vaporise the vaping industry by stopping more than 6,500 retailers from selling vape products. They cap the number of total retailers to just 600. That's a dramatic cut from the current 7,130. A vaping retailer licence would be introduced in order to sell the products, and the fine for selling vapes to under 18-year-olds would be increased to $15,000. Lloyd Burr has the story.
There are hundreds of vape shops like this across the country. They're not actually shops, but retailers within existing shops with a separate name and entrance.
Shops seemingly so hell-bent on selling addiction.
Across the road, another dairy skirting the rules with the same thing, always a step ahead of the government.
It is not possible to get ahead of those trends.
So Labour's promising to drastically cut the number of retailers to just 600. There are currently 7,130.
All of them would need to apply for a licence.
The Director General of Health would issue them, and those within 300 metres of schools in Marae would be at the back of the queue.
That's the direction we want to go with it.
It's a welcome policy for advocacy group Vape Free Kids NZ, which just last week was petitioning the government for action.
We're really pleased that they're finally listening to the health experts and educators and us as parents.
But dairy and vape shop owners are not happy.
Thousands of the businesses, they would go out of job. There would be a huge job losses. There would be huge number of small businesses which are going to be closed.
Do you know how many job losses that will be?
No, but many of the vape stores that we have don't just sell vapes.
There'd also be a $15,000 fine for any retailer selling to those aged under 18, up from 10 grand.
I'd like to think it's a much stronger deterrent than what's currently in place.
Vapes have been R18 for some time, and yet retailers have continued to sell to underage people.
These corner dairies are not selling to the younger population.
It's Labour policy, not government policy, so it depends on the outcome of the election.
The horse is bolted. In this one, we'll be putting the horse back in the stable.
We're actually broadly supportive of the direction of travel that the government's put on the table.
Looks like National will help round up the bolted vape horse too.
OK, Lloyd, so how do you expect the industry to respond?
Yeah, well, it's fair to say that they won't be happy. Their lawyers probably will be happy, but the company themselves, they will not be happy. What Labour's planning to do is essentially annihilate this industry, decimate the number of retailers, and it's a pretty dramatic drop. It's a drop of 91%, so it is a huge drop in the number of vaping retailers that there's going to be. And it's almost guaranteed that there would be legal action. This is a very litigious industry. Big tobacco, big vape, they've got deep pockets. They are very litigious. Even right now, they're going through the courts against the government's most recent tranche of vaping reforms, and that's regarding the levels of the caps on nicotine in vaping products. So there's already court action that's going on, deep pockets, and they're not afraid to dip into them and pull it out and take it against the government. The minister knows this, the government knows this, and that's why they've got to make sure any changes, any legal changes that they make have to be incredibly watertight. Otherwise, this will drag on and on and on through the courts.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot more to come for sure. That's Lloyd Burr, live at Parliament. Thank you.